Hi everybody. Sorry for the lighting. I know it sucks, but we'll work with it. Um, anyway, my name is Amanda, for those of you who don't know me. And since I started nursing school, I told myself I was going to create a YouTube channel to share my story. And I haven't yet. And I am about to be a senior in August, and I'm just now starting it. But hey, better late than never, right? And when I started nursing school, the first thing I did was I got on YouTube and I watched a whole bunch of channels about people's experiences with nursing school, and I was addicted. I stayed on it. It just gave me drive to, be able to start my story. And so my main goal is to be able to give you drive and start your story. And that's why I'm here. But a little bit about myself. Again, I'm Amanda, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. And currently I'm at Lipscomb University. I am an upcoming senior this coming August. I will be. So almost done. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm simply here to share my story of being a mom and a student. Mommy student life. It's hard and it's different, and I can remember going through those YouTube channels and looking for that one person who had a story just like mine, and it's kind of hard to do that. And that's when I realized you got to make your own story. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that I touch someone else's. I started off at a community college in 2010, Nashville State. And I did all my general education courses there. The reason I went is because it was free. Yay! Free the better. And I went off of a Pell Grant and a Hope Scholarship. I actually got paid to go to school. I got paid about $2,000 a semester to go to school. And a lot of people, one reason they don't go to college is just the expense. It's expensive. It really is. But a lot of people don't do their research and understand that you can get paid to go to school. And that's the beauty of it. So I went to Nashville State. Like I said, I got paid to go. I did my first 2 years there, and I got my associate's degree in pre-nursing, Associates of Science in Pre-Nursing. Once I got my associate's degree, I transferred. Now, to rewind a little bit, when you start nursing school, when you go to a community college, the one thing they fail to do is give you a plan. You have to make your own plan. So many different universities require so many different classes that you have to do that research. So what I did is I went to every single college university here in Nashville. I went to Belmont. I went to TSU. I went to MTSU. I went to Lipscomb. Every college here, I went. And I got the research I needed. I met with every nursing advisor, and I sat there and I looked at them and I said, tell me what I need to get in your nursing program. If you don't do that, you're going to find yourself taking classes you don't need. So if you plan on going that route that I did and going to a community college first, your first thing to do is get information. Once you get that information, take it and decide on what school you want to go to or transfer to once you get your associate's degree. And before you start your general courses at a community college, if that's what you're going to do, then you take the classes that certain university that you want to go to require from you. And so that's what I did. At first, I wanted to go to Belmont University here in Nashville, and so I took their schedule and I took every single class that they required in order to get in their nursing program. Unfortunately, when I applied, they declined me. I didn't get accepted into the nursing school. So I had my second plan, and I decided to enroll at Lipscomb University. Now, a lot of people ask me, why did you go to a private Christian school? Well, first of all, a lot of these schools, it's like a big party. And for me, and what I want to do with a 1- and 2-year-old, at the time married and, not really looking for the college life, I wanted to be a little bit more focused, and at Lipscomb University, I felt like I could be a little bit more focused there. It is a Christian private college, and so it's a little bit different. But I did decide to go there, and Make a long story short, I ended up getting the classes that they needed, which did require me to stay back an extra year, hence why I'm not graduating when I should. But hey, it's worth it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And a part of school and college in general, especially if you're a mother, you got to understand that it does take time, and everything is not always going to work the way that you plan for it to work, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, whether it takes me 4 years or 6 years to get my degree, I still get my degree. And so it did take me a little bit more time than the average student, but I did get accepted at Lipscomb. And after staying there a year to take some more classes that they needed from me, I got into the nursing program. I started in August of 2014, so I will be a senior this coming August, like I said already. But that's my story. In the midst of all of that, I had my 2-year-old son first. I had him while I was at Nashville State, walking around like a little penguin, and I went back 2 weeks later and took a test after I had him and finished strong. And my daughter, same thing. I was actually in chemistry at the time I was pregnant with her. Had her a week later, was back in class, taking a test, and aced it, by the way. But all that is to say that I never stopped. I never let my children stop me from my dream. What I did was I allowed them to be a motivation to continue my dream, because at the end of the day, I want what's best for my children, and in order for me to give them the best thing that I want for them, I have to make me the best that I can be. And so I continued to go, and that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, as mothers especially, that your dream does not stop when you have children. That is another motivation to make you go catch it. That should lift you up to make you want to go even harder and continue to do what you need to do to make sure that your child has the best life that they can possibly have. And school is where it starts, especially if you want to be a nurse. It's possible. So anyways, enough about me and how I started. Like I said, currently I'm at Lipscomb University, and nursing school takes prayer, first of all. It takes organization. It takes some tears, because I've cried a lot. It takes patience. It takes the love of being a nurse. And, it just takes sacrifice. And, I would definitely say that it's the most rewarding job I've ever had. Before I started college, and even in between college and summer, I would always have jobs where I specialized in administrative assisting and recruiter's assistant, and even working as a server. And I could tell you that every time I came home, it wasn't that I wasn't happy, but I knew I could be happier. And what great thing would it be to be able to go to work happy and get off happier, loving what you do. It doesn't even seem like you're working when it turns into that. And I can tell you that since I've started clinicals in nursing school, that's what I felt every time I get up at 5 in the morning and get my children ready and get them to daycare and do the same thing every day. It doesn't feel like a routine to me. It feels like life. It's the joy of saving someone else. I get up and I go to this hospital, and during my clinicals, and I see these patients that are not in a good state at the time, and my goal is to make them feel great and make them feel loved and make them feel like they're my brother or my father or my mother or my children or my husband. And if I can do that, not my husband, I might rewind, babe, I was just kidding, but if I can do that, if I can make someone smile while they're lying there barely breathing, then I've accomplished something. And that feeling is amazing. And right now I'm in OB class, and the other week I helped deliver a baby, and to see that mother's face and to be able to hold her hand and look at her while she held her first child, those are things that I will never forget. And when you have patients tell you how wonderful you are, that is what I yearn for. And so if you're someone who wants to be a nurse, understand that there are things that you will not see anywhere else. It's another world. Sometimes there are sad cases. Sometimes there's cases that you wouldn't even believe that you won't see in everyday life, and there are cases where you walk away and you will never forget those patients. And I've had quite a few already, but when I tell you, it's life-changing and it's moving. And if you just experience that once, you yearn for it every day, and that's what keeps me going. Not only my children, but the feeling I get when I see that, when I see those interactions. And so you know, that's amazing. But I have my calendar here because I have a lot of people ask me, you know, like, how do you stay organized? How do you balance your everyday life? How do you, you know, balance your children? First of all, I keep a calendar, and it's very, I don't know if you can see it, probably not, it's kind of bright, but every month I keep a calendar of every single thing that I have due. Every single thing. All the clouds are my tests. All the boxes are assignments that I have to do. You know, my grades are right here. I am organized. Me and my friends stay organized. You have to. There is so much work. You have to stay organized. If you don't, you're gonna lose your mind. So this is my Bible right here. This is my Bible. I keep it. So as a nursing student, have your Bible and record everything, due dates, you know, everything. That's one thing. Another thing is you have to organize your time. There are times where I want to go out with my sister-in-law and my friends and, you know, my best friends, and I can't. And some of them understand that, and some of them don't. And you will lose friends. But understand that at the end of the day, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. You have to set the time. There's times where I have to deny my husband. There's times where I can't spend with my children because I have to study like I'm supposed to be doing now, but I'm making a video. But sometimes you have to set that time apart. Yes, you still need to make time for those people, especially your husband and your children. But sometimes you have to sacrifice. And there are times where my kids have to leave me for the weekend. And there are times where my baby girl or baby boy or, you know, they both have left me for a week. That is very hard for me as a mother of a 1- and 2-year-old. But that's what it takes. You can't think of it temporarily. You can't do that, or else you're going to run yourself crazy. The best thing I can say is when you're in school, in nursing school, in college in general, and you have children, you have to set that in your mind that, okay, I'm taking this time out now, but in the future, it's going to pay off. I'm taking this time out now so that in the future, I can have the finances where I don't have to work 3 jobs to support my family. That's how you have to think about it. And that's what I do every week when, you know, my mom has to keep my children or they have to go to their grandma's or whatever the case may be. Of course I miss my babies, as crazy as they are, but I know this is for them. And they're young. The best thing you can do is go to school while your children are young. The longer you wait, the more you're going to procrastinate, and it's never going to happen. And so, you know, that's the main thing. So I just want to close with saying I know this is kind of a short video, and it's my first one, so please bear with me. I know the light sucks and it's looking kind of ghetto, but hey, I'm getting my message across, so that's what matters. But I just want to close and say the reason I'm here is because if I can change one person's mind, whether one of you watch this video or 1,000 of you watch this video, my goal is to at least change one person's mind about where they're going in life, especially if you're a mother pursuing nursing school. It's rewarding. It's rewarding, and sometimes you just need that one person to be able to encourage you, and not everybody has the luxury of having that one person. And so I'm that one person. I'm your friend. I'm your sister. I'm whatever I need to be, and I'm here to let you know that it's possible and you can do it. And you just have to take that one step. I hear people all the time talk about how they're going to start school and they enrolled, which is great, but they never go. They never take the most important step, which is to just leap, just do it. And once you start, it goes by like that. When I got my associate's degree, I didn't even think I was in school for 2 years. Now look at me, I'm a senior and I will be done in a year, and I'm not going to be worried about nothing. Nothing. And so that is my message. Just do it. Just take that leap. It's so important for you to say or to do what you're going to say you're going to do. And, you know, I try to tell, you know, I hear a lot of people tell me, you know, girl, I don't see how you do it, or I couldn't do it. And it starts with you believing in yourself. Sorry, my computer went out. It starts with you believing in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, or else you're not going to do it. You think when I started, I was like, girl, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know, you know, how I'm going to pay. I don't know. All those I don't knows is wasting time. Do it. Just do it. Take it day by day. Do you really think you know, I don't wake up every day and it's just cake. There are some you know, bumps down the road. It's not easy. And it's not something that I figured out in one day. I didn't expect to have my second child. To be honest, I was scared. And when I was pregnant with my second child, I was distant while I was pregnant. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I didn't know how I was going to get through college. And I didn't know. But you know what? I prayed and I had her. And the moment I saw her, I loved her with everything I had. And I wasn't scared anymore, because I knew that God made her and God brought me to her at the perfect time, and that He was going to get me through school. Because if she wasn't meant to be here, He wouldn't have brought her in my life. And that's how I got through. You can't think about your children or anything else being an excuse as to why you can't do what you really want to do. If you really want to do it, you can't think like that. And that's the problem that I hear so many moms, you know, go through, is them thinking that their children is stopping them from being able to do what they want to do. And trust me, it is hard. I would be lying if I told you it is not hard. It is really hard. And finances and all that other stuff is stuff that I'll get into in another video. But I just want you to understand that you got to think of it this way. And I've posted this on Facebook before. Think about what you're doing today. And if you're not doing anything that's going to benefit you for your future, you need to rethink about what you're doing. If you're not doing, I don't care if it's school or, you know, I don't care what it is. If you're not taking a certain step or doing something today that's not going to benefit you for your future, you need to rethink about what you're doing. Even when I graduate college, my legacy is not over. I plan on having businesses. I plan on getting my master's in about 5 years. I'm going out. The day I die, I'm going to have so much left here that it's going to be crazy. But my main goal is to make sure that my children have that first stepping stool, and it starts with you as their parent. Your children are not going to take the steps if you don't first. I mean, they can. Let me not say it that way, but you are your first child's motivation. You have to set that boundary for your child. And the last thing I want for my children is for them to grow up at 18 and 19, ready to go to college, and looking around trying to figure out what they're going to do. You know, you have to instill in them that, first of all, education is the key. And secondly, you have to be able to be that example for them, because they're the first ones you look at. I walk around every day and I see my son picking up my stethoscope, or you know, giving his sister a Band-Aid, and telling me that I'm a doctor, which I'm not a doctor, I'm a nurse, by the way. Nurses are life. You know, that makes me so happy to see that my child is watching his mom. That is what our children need in their life. My grandmother was a nurse practitioner, and I can remember her, I can remember growing up, and all she did was read books, and, you know, went to school for her master's, and I remember that. I don't remember nothing else, to be honest. I mean, of course, we had a great time, but that is what I want my children to see. You are the first example. You are the one that they're looking at. And you have to be the one to make that change, not just for you, but for your children. And so it starts with you taking that first step and doing it. And you can. And I'm here to help you. So with that being said, I'm just here for y'all. If y'all want to message me, I will help you get started. Whether it's nursing school or whatever, I don't care if it's accounting. You know, college is college, and it's hard, but you can do it. And I believe in you if nobody else does. And if you want to take the route I took and go for your or go to community college first, great option. That's the one I recommend, especially if you're a mother. But whatever option you take, or even if you're not even taking that leap yet, but just wanting to know more information, I'm here. You can message me and follow me on Instagram or wherever, which I'll put that link on the bottom. But you know, just know that it's possible, and you know, it's hard, but it's possible. I'm gonna make more videos. I know this is my first one. I know it's a little all over the place, so sorry about that. But hey, you gotta start somewhere, and this is my starting point, my first video. So whatever questions y'all have, please post them. I'll be making more videos about enrolling and finances and how I manage daycare and the support I have. I mean, just everything. My experience, you know, in general, just my experience. And there will be a lot more, but whatever y'all want me to make videos about or answer questions, please post them on the bottom, and I'm more than happy to do that. And I will catch you on my next video. Goodbye.